And welcome back to more Maximum Play weirdness, aka playing a game. But I mentioned before about this stupid, what is it, level in this game. The worst level in this game is, the one that takes place on the outer world of Delfino Island. Like fucking, what is it called? The hub. But anyway, the level is basically, you have to take Yoshi. You have to get Yoshi. Now, here's the thing with Yoshi. He relies on fruit power to keep him energized. But the biggest problem with it, though, is if he touches water, he dissolves. Oh, mother. Ah! See, I told you, it gets harder. This is like, you think you know Mario? Well, I'm gonna show you Mario. Have the hardest 3D platforming game ever. But anyway, in the hub there's a boat, and you have to take Yoshi and freaking go onto this boat, and you have to wait like a fucking hour to like go from one point of the island to the other. You have this boat, and you have to follow it. Now, here's the thing. If he touches the water, Yoshi dies. But the thing is, it's such an endurance round to wait on that boat. It's crazy. And then you make it to the secret world. But the thing is, the secret world is so tough. Like this. You have to use... I forgot if you use Yoshi in there. But bottom line, it's one of the hardest fucking things ever, and if you die, you have to do the Yoshi thing all over again. It is ridiculous. But it's one of the hardest things ever. And as you progress through this game, these secret worlds get incredibly hard, like using the piñatas. I don't forgot what they're called, but you have to use them to throw you at different locations at different times. I remember that specifically, and I'm like, I do not want to deal with that shit. That level was so bullshit. I'm sure you remember. I think Donkey talks about it in one of his videos too. And when he was playing it, he can describe it more perfectly than I could. But I remember that. You millennials sure don't remember it, but I do. You think you do, but you don't. And now people are gonna ask me, what do you have against millennials? What's wrong with you? Listen. I was born in the 90s. I was born in 91, and I only remember shit from the late 90s. So I barely remember any cartoons that came out in like 93 or 94 or whatever. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. I only remember shit that came out in like when I was actually 4 or 5 or 6. I don't know. That's the weird part of people who try to understand that. Oh, I remember that. No, you were a fucking baby that doesn't have like a memory span longer than 5 minutes. Don't go saying that shit and saying I remember that. No, fuck you. Just get out. There's no fucking way you can remember that. And maybe there's some. Like that Malcolm in the Middle episode where he finds a genius, where Malcolm finds a genius and he says, I remember my own birth. Like, if you're that kid, alright, I can believe that, but no, you're not. You're fucking not. Stop fucking posing, poser. Remember the posers who wear all the shit that other kids wore because they wanted to be part of their group and not get bullied? That's why they did it, you know? Like, get real. You don't remember it. You just want to remember it because you want to still be part of the cool kids crowd remembering it. And I'm going to admit, I barely remember some of that stuff, so I had to rewatch it again just to get my perspective on it. Like a couple years ago, I decided, you know what, I'm going to rewatch some of these old cartoons I used to love when I was a kid, aka only 2 episodes, and see if I loved it still. Or if I would have liked it when I was a kid. And, like, for instance, I rewatched Invader Zim. Crazy shit, but I love the artwork. And I think a lot of people said that about that show. But I only saw, like, 2 episodes when it was airing on Nick. I never watched it every single day, and it wasn't until like the show was canceled that I looked at it and I'm like, this is pretty good. So I watched the hell out of it. I marathoned it and I enjoyed it. And I can understand why a lot of people liked it. I'm not, like, to me TV, like, I used to watch a lot of TV, but I liked watching a lot of specific shows. I never watched like a billion shows at once. Like when I was little, I usually just watched Nick or Cartoon Network. I never watched like Disney Channel or anything like that because it didn't interest me. And then I saw a lot of good cartoons came from Disney Channel. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Plus the reason is that we were poor and we only were able to get to channels up to like, I don't know, we didn't have Cartoon Network until we got, up here we have Cox Communications. I don't know what you have anywhere else in the world, but I know a lot of people have other different cable companies, but where we lived, we had Cox, and we were able to afford it and be able to watch those shows, which was like, yes! My cousins were able to watch Cartoon Network, but I wasn't, and we finally got it. I'm like, finally I can watch this shit. And that was like the only time I was able to watch it when I was over at their house. But anyway, I'm just sick and tired of these fucking people saying that they watched the shit back in the day. Like, how do you know? How do you know? But then that argument goes into that camp of like, what was it? That argument goes into that camp of how do you know? It's like the stupid like drama I heard about like when women like comic or something, and the guys like they cosplay as this character, and the guy apparently is like, well, how do you know? I'm gonna ask you a trivia question of every fucking thing, and it's like, I never seen that happen. Cool. That's a cool costume. I'm glad you like the character and supporting the show. Good for you, guy. But these people are like making it like it's like a fucking nightmare for them. Every con I've ever been to, aka Kineticon and Boston Comic Con and Anime Boston, I've never seen that ever happen. My girlfriend likes to cosplay, and I've never seen that shit happen to her. Everyone praised her oh my god! What the fuck? Like, I seriously don't get it. These are called nostalgia fags. Like, you know, you go onto a board and they're like old fags and shit. Like that's what they are. Ah, there was a fly in front of me, I'm sorry. But seriously, I don't get that shit. This is going into like SJW bullshit now. And I don't want to talk about that because it's already been said. It's already been said of how stupid that shit is. Because I know from my experience in working places and going to school that there are kind people in this world. From all races. And they're as fed up with it as everybody else. Oh my god. Mario, get it together. Jesus. It's so easy to do the special jumping. Oh my god! It's the oil. It's slipping me up. I just realized that. Alright, I get it. He keeps doing that special move and it's pissing me off. Let me tell you something, though. I liked old cartoons a lot more than new cartoons, that's for sure. There are a lot of good new cartoons out there that I enjoyed, but some of them don't even hold a candle to a lot of shit that came out way back in the day. And I'm not saying that because I'm a nostalgia fag. I'm saying it over story and quality. And like you get a sense of where the animator is coming from rather than these new people. I'm just saying, there's some that I would rather not care about. Ah, neck crack. Crack your necks, guys. It's your daily neck cracking session. Maybe I should go over there. Nah, I want to see what other crap is here first. I think there's one more star. Red coins on the water. Oh boy, scavenger hunt time. Man, I wish Nintendo made another controller like this. Oh, this is a time limit? God damn it. This is stressful. What I can say in my favorite shows. Maybe I'll talk about that in the next episode. I'm just thinking of things. Where am I going? No! Are you kidding me? No! I meant to... Damn it. Next time on Maximum Play, I'll tell you more bullshit. We're not doing that right now. Bye!